What up, what up? It's your man ES the Hermit Star back again with another video, and I'm here to do the general read for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. If you have Cancer in your chart, this is for you. How y'all doing today? Nice little gloomy Sunday here on the East Coast. I say nice, but I prefer the sun, but either or, we here now. If you would like a personal reading, a personal reading with me, you are able to do so. All you have to do is shoot me an email. You can send me an email. You can find my email by looking in the description box. You'll find my email there. Sure, why not? We'll take these. That is how you can book a personal reading. I would never reach out to you. Ooh, it might be too much. Ooh. Okay, we'll put these two like over here. Alright. I would never reach out to you though, asking you if you want a personal reading. That is your job to book. Well, it's your job to reach out and ask for one. And okay, not bad. Yeah, we'll go from there. There's two packages. We'll go over all of that in the email. I won't explain it here. Just be wary of scammers. Anyone, if they are impersonating me, it's a scam. I would never reach out to you asking you if you want if you want a reading or any other service that I don't even offer. So just be mindful of that. You can also find the link to my podcast, the Earnest Thoughts Tarot Cast, weekly podcast where I talk about spirituality, tarot, personal development, motivational speeches, all that good stuff. Everything in relation to, just personal spirituality and personal development. You'll find those talks over there. So subscribe to that, and appreciate you. All right. We first start off with the Ace of Swords. So this is you having clarity on something, new ideas as well. I love seeing this card, especially as a creative. You might be a creative yourself where, the creative juices are flowing. This card is, I like to call it the hand of the magician, because this is you. The magician is like creating that thing. This is you having that idea, like, okay, this is how I'm going to do this thing, or this is what I want to create. And then obviously the magician is actually making that thing happen. And you also have another card that is pretty much similar to the what I call the other hand of the magician. We'll get into that card in a few, but your next card is the King of Cups in reverse. So this idea to me that you are coming up with gives me it's a business idea vibes. Like it might be a new business venture that you're thinking about, Cancer. But you're being how can I say this? You're being a toxic capitalist, and this business of yours, or how you're going about making money with this business, is, or how you thought about it. Not gonna say this is a definite, but how you're thinking about going about this business is in an untrustworthy, manipulative way. Just to be honest with you. But this is also poor guidance. So it might be that this isn't your energy per se, but somebody, maybe, again, if we're going with the idea, the aspect that you're starting a business, right? It might be a situation to where you're going to seek guidance from somebody, but they're not necessarily the best guidance, because they are going to guide you to try to do something that is shady. I think that's more so the case. Again, I don't really like to bring up other people's energies in your readings, whether personal readings or general reads. But I just get the strong feeling that this is not necessarily you, Cancer. Like, you're not the one who is being manipulative, but you are prone to being manipulated by someone who either is going to try to guide you to be that way within this new business or idea or whatever this new creation is, or they're going to just straight up manipulate you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna make you feel as though that maybe you're in charge of this business and you're making enough money, or you're making all the money because it's your idea, but they're actually gonna steal the idea, or they're gonna steal your business some way somehow. So just, I would say, if you are going to seek guidance for whatever this thing is, this new idea, this new venture, I would actually keep a close eye on whoever you're seeking guidance from. So that's all I'm gonna leave it at that for now. Next, you do have the Two of Pentacles. So it is good to see that you're like in asset management mode, prioritizing, getting your priorities straight. This is a great thing to see, especially again after the King of Cups in reverse, after the Ace of Swords, when you're just, again, it seems as though you're, and this is another reason as to why I feel as though it's business related. When this creative endeavor or this new idea that you have, one, because of the King of Cups, the whole poor guidance thing, but also asset management. You hear that term, or you hear those words, you think of what? Business, most likely. Business or stocks or things of that nature. But if you think of stocks, you think of what? Businesses. So, like, that's why I am saying that I'm getting the whole business thing, like it's a new business venture that you're thinking about starting, with the Ace of Swords. All right. This is the other hand of the Magician I was telling you about, the Ace of Wands. This is you taking the initiative to create the thing that you have. So you have the idea right here with the Ace of Swords, right? You seek out guidance from somebody, but again, I'm advising you to take a second. Like, if you I'm not saying don't go with an advisor, but I think the person that you might be thinking about, like the first person that comes to mind as an advisor, this says to me that person isn't going to be as trustworthy as you believe they would be. All right, so that happens, but then this is you managing things. So either you find a new guidance, or you're while in between finding a new mentor of some sort, you're managing what you can. And this is you starting the creative process of getting that business off the ground, or just getting the name out there. Creating a logo of some sort, creating a website, maybe cards, business cards, whatever the case is. In regards to what you're doing, Cancer, best. I'm just going based off of what the cards say and how I feel this energy is relative to a Cancer out there. All right. You have another Wands card, the Page of Wands. So this is, I like that the enthusiasm is here to continue on with this thing, which lets me know that, yeah, you might run into someone who is you might run into someone who tries to poorly guide you, but again, you don't necessarily, you're mindful of it. You look out, you're like, man, this person ain't it. And whether you found someone else or not, you're still enthusiastic about going forward with promoting your business, going forward with this new idea that you have. Love that for you. And that's, you do have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So it does seem like a very contradictory with what we just saw. Again, the Page of Wands. Page of Wands, someone enthusiasm, going forward, extroversion. But then this is you repressing some emotions, and maybe even you feeling like unappreciated. It's not just all happiness with you. And maybe this has to do with the poor leader that you once was seeking out. It sucks when and this is in business and in life, it sucks when you reach out to someone that you thought you can trust, right? and then you later found out that this person is shady as F. You know what I'm saying? Shady AF, right? That's gonna weigh on you. You know, other things might be going well in your life, but you've known this person for X amount of years, if not all your life, and you never saw that side of them to where they were a manipulator. You never saw that side up until the universe presented an opportunity for you to see that, hey, you know, this person that you've been down with for forever, it seems, yeah, they're a scammer, dog. They're not. They should not be trusted, or keep them at a distance. I'm not saying keep them out of your. Well, personally, me speaking, I X them out of my life, but that's just me. I cut people off like crazy. That's a flaw and a not flaw, whatever. But we're not talking about me. We're talking about you, Cancer. But if you're not gonna cut them off, keep them at a distance. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them in on your plans of what you got going forward. And it does seem as though you do wise up that you're not going to let this person, if they're still in your life, you're not going to allow them to have anything to do with this business, this creation, whatever you got going on right now. It doesn't seem like you allow them in that, which is good because again, they're not trustworthy, to be honest with you. But again, the Ace of Cups shows that you're in a mode of, yeah, I'm happy I got this business going on, but you're repressing the emotions of realizing that this person, again, the King of Cups in reverse, that individual is a shady MFer. And you need to acknowledge those emotions. It's what I'm trying to tell you, is acknowledge that you trust. It doesn't make you a dummy. It doesn't make you, anything of that nature, that you once trusted an individual or you once thought highly of an individual. Because you might still have trust for them, but you don't trust them when it comes to business. But you trust them when it comes to, they may have been a good friend. They may have been just a good person you could go to for a good laugh or so, right? So you can still trust them to be that, but when it comes to business, something just for whatever reason brings out the shadiness in them, and they have to go about business in a manipulative way, in a self-interest way, to where they're like, because I know people like that. I know people who, business-wise, I would never ever do anything with them, but outside of business, I'd kick it with them. You know what I'm saying? But business-wise, absolutely not. So like, I understand that. I understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, if there is someone where it's like, they're not totally a bad person, but when it comes to this thing, oh, they're absolutely the worst. Maybe you can see that way. Some folks, are more so harsh, and they're like, nah, F them. And they're a bad business person, therefore they're a bad person in general. You look at it however you want to look at it, but don't repress these emotions. This is you repressing those emotions about that individual. It's clear that you're hurt, that you found out that they're not as trustworthy as you once thought they were, that you found out that they're a manipulator. It's okay. It's not okay that they're a manipulator. I'm saying it's okay that you're hurt. It's okay that you found out the time that you did. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Don't kick yourself and be like, man, I should have seen this sooner. I've known them for X amount of years. Why am I just now noticing this about them? It's because you never went into business with them. And you had to find out when you found out. It's better to have found out than to not have found out at all. You know what I'm saying? So don't kick yourself about it, but definitely don't repress those emotions that act like everything is cool, or act like you don't have, like you're wrong for feeling however you feel about this individual, no matter how long you've known them. No matter what positive influences outside of this they have in your life, it still doesn't make you wrong for you acknowledging that you cannot trust them when it comes to business. All right, let's continue. All right, you have the Knight of Swords. upright. So this is you. If there's anything that you're self assured about, it's yourself, which is great. You know, you trust yourself that you're not going to do what, again, this King of Cups is wants you to do or try to do to you in regards to this business venture. And I'm gonna keep saying business venture because that's the thing I really think is the forefront here. But apply it to however it does apply in your life. If it does, if it doesn't, great. But you know, this is you being self-assured, you being very assertive and direct as well. It's my business. We're gonna do things this way. I'm confident in my ability enough to go forward and do this thing this way. It doesn't really show. Well, actually, you again, King of Pentacles. So it seems as though that leader you was looking for, if this isn't somebody else, it's you. That guidance you were looking for in regards to this business, you found it within yourself. You have kindness within yourself, and it shows that what you're doing, you're prospering as well. So I'm not here to tell you not to look for, you know, another mentor after saying no to this one. It's up to you. As the saying goes, right? 2 heads are better than one. But it doesn't seem as though the one head that you have, which is your head, it doesn't seem like that head is making dumb decisions. 2 heads that make good decisions are better than 1 head that makes good decisions. But 1 head that makes good decisions is better than 0 heads making any good decisions. You know, it's better than a misguided head. You know, it's better than a head that's being manipulated. So think about it that way, Cancer. You know what I'm saying? You're doing well. You're doing well. Whatever you plan on doing, it's going to grow. It's going to do well. You know, keep a close eye on this individual. Again, this King of Cups in reverse, keep a close eye on him. All right? And I am not telling you. Don't come back to this video. Don't come and be like, you told me to cut them off, and then now I might lost my best friend. I said, if you want to keep them in your life, keep them at a distance. Keep them away from your business, but not away from other areas of your life. If you want them in your business, don't be upset when they are poorly guiding you throughout your business. I didn't say cut them off completely. I said I would cut them off completely. But if you choose to cut them off completely, still don't get upset with me and be like, you said you would do that, and then I did it, and this happened to me. I'm not you, you're not me. You know what I'm saying? I could cut them off completely and not feel bad about it. Best friend or not. Because how I'd look at it, me personally, I'm a Virgo, not a Cancer. How I'd look at it personally is, if you was truly my best friend and you would want to do something like this to me, you would want to manipulate me, you didn't really fuck with me that way. Like that. If you were my best friend and you know this is not the type of business individual person that I want to be, and yet you still wanted to guide me to be that way, and then you truly don't know me. So yeah, you cut off. Skadoodle, get out of here. Bye, arrivederci, sayonara. Any other word that says bye in a different language. So that's just what it is. But that's me. Like I said, with you ain't gotta cut them off, but keep them at a distance. Keep them at a distance. Invite them to the barbecue, but not to the business meetings. Invite them to the birthday parties, but not to the business meetings. Go to quinceañeras, but not to the business meetings. Simple. Go to the club with them, not to the business meetings. Movies with them, not to the business meetings. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, it's up to you, Cancer, at the end of the day, though. Nonetheless, I do enjoy this read for you. It's a nice one, and best of luck for you, whatever you got going on. Real talk, though, best of luck to you, because this looks really good, you know. So, That's all I have to say. If you would like a personal reading, you are able to book one with me. Just look into my email. Look into my description box below where you can find my email and shoot me an email. We'll go over the packages and we'll go over, scheduling, all that good stuff. I would never reach out to you though. So if someone does reach out to you either via email or social media claiming to be me, offering readings or any other service, it is not me. It is a scammer. Be aware of that. You can also find my podcast again in the description box right below the email. And it's a podcast where I talk about personal development, spirituality, life in general, all that stuff. So if you're into topics like that, go subscribe there. Speaking of subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed already, comment. However this resonates with you or whatever you feel like commenting as well. Like the video, share as well. Thank you for those who've been doing so. And yeah, until next time, until next video. You see me when you see me. Peace out.